Hello there, welcome back to another Minecraft video. As you can see, we are on a really weird looking world. This is CountryCraft, basically a server where you run your own country, or a kingdom, we should have that known. Of course it's raining. What makes this different from any other country SMP you might see, I've never seen them before, is that you can start wars over silly stuff. So God knows I'm going to be starting a lot of wars. As you can see in my hotbar, I've got a series of supplies, including banners, some food, a bed, and an assortment of dyes and a loom. Ooh, there's some extra stuff here as well. So, I am going to go off and create my own kingdom or a country and see if I meet anyone along the way. Now, I love conventional Minecraft builds, and if you're a long-time watcher, you'll know as much. But, in this series, I want to focus on sort of semi-abstract builds. Now, what I mean by this is picture a house. Close your eyes and picture a house. Keep them closed until I say, okay, now open them. Look at that! A house magically appeared on the screen. Now close your eyes again until I say open them. And wow, look at that! That house is now on a hill. That's amazing. You got a powerful imagination right there. That is what I would call abstract. I want to get what would not be considered abstract and turn it into an abstract build. And by abstract, I do not mean you're going to go into an art gallery and pay $30 to see a pineapple on the floor. No. These will still be good builds, and they will not be completely crazy like some people would go for this. So, having said that, I want to find a nice place to make our country, hoping that I'm not building on someone else's land. That could start a war. Now, I've counted this myself, and so far, there are 7 other people on this SMP. Which means it'll be very unlikely that we meet one right now. However, my goal is to have an interaction with at least one of them by the end of this episode. This will be a nice place. There's a beach, a beehive. I was gonna say a cave, but that's not exactly a good cave. Easy access to trees. I'm gonna keep on looking, but I will earmark this area. I don't want to go too far. Okay, yeah, this settles it. I am basing here. First things first, we need to create a name and a flag for our country. I want to roughly base this flag off my favorite colors, them being red, orange, and yellow. And I think this looks pretty nice. That's exactly what I want. Okay, next things next, we need a name. I shall call it YMG Land, Sheep Land, Turtle Land, Pig Land, Tree Land, Bee Land, Chicken Land. That sort of has a ring to it. Bee Land, A Land, and we could have a villager who's called A-Land, like Alan, but pronounced wrong. Okay, that settled it here, you take that. We're gonna call it A-Land. Okay, so this is the flag for A-Land. Okay, so hopefully we're not on anyone's land as it is. We're gonna set our spawn point, and we're gonna get some trees and stuff. And we're gonna get some resources, get some basic tools, and then start building a little house for ourselves. Am I the only one hearing the Interstellar theme tune when I break these blocks? Listen. Am I crazy, or is it there? Now that we have enough materials, we'll start building our first house. Of course, it was when I wasn't recording, but I killed some mobs and they dropped these. These are copper coins, and there was also iron coins. Oh, and a nice gold helmet. Looking snazzy. Don't know what I can do with these coins. I can make a stack. Gold coins. I don't know what these are used for. Maybe there's some sort of currency, I'm not sure. And here we go, we have our house. Now you might notice something odd about this house. There's only half of it. Hence, the abstract. Anyway, I think it looks pretty cool. Oh my god, who are you?
I'm your subconscious, and I'm here to ask you, are you just using this abstract builds idea as an excuse to make poorly designed builds?
No, of course not. Why would you think that?
Let me paint you a picture, YMG. Actually, I don't even need to. Look at this house. Where's the rest of it?
Well, that's the beauty of it. It's abstract. It could have been taken by a tornado. It could have been sawed in half by a lumberjack who thought it was a tree.
Well, it has the creativity of a tree. If you're gonna continue this abstract idea, at least make better builds.
Okay. So that is now our first build in our abstract country. And meanwhile, I found a little pond here. I don't know what I could use this for, but it looks very promising, and I could, like, create some style to it. Might be something I use in the future. You never know. Looks very nice. Anyway, I have some sugarcane planted here now. There's a lot of turtles around. Oh, there's a village right here. Oh my god. So my house is literally right beyond the fog there, and there's a village right here. Oh, it's an abandoned village. I wanted to steal one of the villagers, you know, and then use him to create Alan, who will be the king of our country. Anyway, we got a lot of food from that village, among other things, and I already had a ton of food before I even got to the village, so I think it's safe to say we're going to be good on food for a while. I've officially fitted my house with a door, which it did not have before. Hey, that rhymes. This doesn't really fit into the abstract thing, but I just wanted to make a huge pile, or a huge spire, out of the hay bales I got. I've no idea why, I just sort of felt like it. Okay, I actually don't know how to get down safely now. So we have a huge cave right next to us, which goes all the way down to deep slate level, and there's like a huge lava lake down there, which is very handy for me. So the next day happened, and I basically built this floating island that looks like it comes out of the ground, and as soon as I stopped building, as soon as I finished it, I got down here and I immediately decided I don't like it. So I am going to destroy it, I guess. And now we must fill in this hole. I know what you're thinking. I only filled in the top. Well, that's how it should be done. I'm not a psychopath. You're a psychopath. No one's gonna see the inside of the hole, so why would you bother filling in the inside? Looks fine. Now we must sit and watch the grass grow. This is the rest of the episode here. I'm joking, I'm not that cruel. Or am I? Okay, we gotta move on to better things. This has me thinking, where's the rest of the house gone? Like, this is abstract art, but surely there should be, like, a story behind it. Where'd the rest of the house go? Like, did someone just up and steal it? That does seem like the most likely explanation. Maybe I lost it. I lost the other half of my house. That seems like something I would do. So, as much as I do want to continue with the sort of abstract style I'm going to do with my builds, I do also want to do some regular builds in my country. So I'm going to do the regular builds, but I'm going to have the abstract builds sort of as a part of it. So you'll see some of them every so often. So we'll still have normal builds and we'll still have abstract. It'll be like a nice mix of both. And we have stairs to the door. Now, as for other builds, I want to get sort of like a city vibe going. So I'm going to start pretty much building a mini city, or at least a town. I'm going to do some building fronts and maybe a road, and we'll get some started off. I'm going to need a bit of sand though, so we'll gather a bit of sand first here. So, now in fairness, I got a bit of sand, and that's good. But now we need some birch wood. And I think we're going to need some deep slate for the roof of this build as well. We're going to need a lot of birch. I think just over a stack will do, at least for the front of it anyway. I think if we get rid of most of this hill here, it should be pretty good. This should do for the height of it. Now we gotta strip the entire thing. Oh, that was perfect. Ooh, we got it, let's go. Let's put some fence posts here. That's starting to look even better. There's our door frame. Okay, this trader has come around now. I can finally try and make a deal with him. I really want these dark oak saplings, and I'm hoping I can still trade. Okay, I was hoping he didn't have like a trade limit to him like some villagers do, but thankfully he does not. Now I can plant these dark oak saplings. It has been 2 days since my last recording session, and I've gotten a fair bit of work done. I've created a second shop front, or building front, whatever you want to call it. It's not done yet though, obviously. I've started some of the interior of this building. This is going to be like my storage house, and it's going to have a ton of chests in here. But arguably the most exciting thing I've done is create this little road. So this road pretty much marks out where most of this town is going to be. It's not going to be too big. It's all lined out here. It's not too far. And that's going to be an end there and an end there as well. And there's going to be buildings on every side, everywhere. And we're going to have a nice little town. And then we're going to put some other, like, little houses on the outskirts. It'll be like, it'll thin out, sort of, with the buildings. So this will be like the big central area, and then there'll be a few other buildings around the place. I don't know where this part of the road is going to go. Like, will it go anywhere, or will it just end here? I have no idea, honestly, right now. But What I'm focused more on right now is just this side of the road. So far we have 2 buildings. The only thing I wasn't exactly happy with was the fact that I used deep slate for this, and I used deep slate for the roof. It doesn't contrast very well, so I might end up changing to deep slate for another block. I also might not. That's if I can get my hands on any other blocks that I think would suit it. But yeah, this building also needs to be done, but I'm just going to focus on the road for now. I also want to get a path going. I'm thinking of some stone, cobblestone, tuff, and some gravel for like a grey path. We got a ton of new tuff blocks to play around with, so that could be exciting. I now have a nice path design laid out. Oh, I missed a spot. And we have a little break in here. This is going to be like a little alleyway, and then the next building will start right here. I'm thinking we're going to put like a corner shop or something here. That could be interesting. Every building is going to have some sort of purpose. That's the hope anyway. And before we go, I wanted to show you guys this. I've created a little shop called Soul Delights. It sells, well, soul sand. 1 diamond for 32. I know the shop aesthetic does not fit what it sells, but it's pretty much just what I had on hand at the time. It's still early game, and it's a very random thing to be selling. It's just what I had, again, on hand that I didn't really need, so I just mined a ton of it. So hopefully, because it's still relatively near my base, it'll, like, draw people near, and hopefully this area can maybe become some sort of shopping district. You never know. But that'll be all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I look forward to continuing this series, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.